Hello and welcome to the TCF Morning Show. It is Tuesday, November 17th, and this morning I am joined by Matt Schoolfield at schools_01, Pigoy at TCF Pigoy, and Boomy at Boomy TCF.
Hello.
On Twitter, I am Zach Lilia at Z Lilia TCF. We got a full show for you, a packed show. We got everybody on today. Unfortunately, we had to get Pigoy on to talk about the Vikings. So yeah, that'll be our first subject. Then we'll be talking about the March Madness bubble plan, which will be going on. There'll be a one location for the whole tournament. Chris Paul traded to the Phoenix Suns from the Thunder. And then we'll wrap up the show with Boomy's Wacky web story. If you want to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, just type in Typical Chicago Fans. You can follow us on there. If you want to go over to the YouTube page, then just type in Typical Chicago Fans. Subscribe to the YouTube page. All of our morning shows, podcasts, interviews, all that is on there. And then wherever you get your podcast from. If it's Apple, please subscribe, rate, and review. Give us that 5-star rating, please. If it's anywhere else, just type in Typical Chicago Fans. You will find us on there. Shout out to 26shirts.com Chicago. If you use the promo code Typical Chicago Fans at checkout, you will get 15% off of your purchase. Again, that is Typical Chicago Fans at checkout for 15% off of your purchase. Yeah, Boomy has their shirt on if you want a shirt just like that, like I said. Typical Chicago Fans at checkout, 15% off of your purchase at 26shirts.com Chicago. We love them over there. Yeah, we had to get it's been a long time since we had all the boys on the podcast. It's been a while since we had on the morning show. It's been a while since we had Pigoy on, but we had to bring him on to talk about the Vikings. We'll get right into it. Bears lose fourth straight. Boys, this is tough. This is tough because Nick Foles goes out with an injury late in the game, so I don't even know if Mitch Trubisky will be able to be back next week. That's the biggest concern actually as of right now. Oh no, 2 weeks. We have the bye coming up. We have the Packers actually next. But overall, awful offensive game. The worst offensive game I think I've seen a Chicago Bears team play almost ever. And that's saying a lot. We've had a lot of bad offensive performances. Matt, I know you we're going to get to the bad before we get to the good. So we'll get to Pigoy. But it was one of the saddest games I ever watched because the defense was playing so well. We had an interception. Khalil Mack was they were all over the quarterback. They give up 19 points when they were pretty much on defense for, it had to be 3/4 of the game. The offense just was not, I think we had 4 or 5 3-and-outs in the second half, if not more.
It was 4 straight to start the second half.
Yeah, 4 straight.
And that was 4 straight leading into getting the ball with 6 minutes left down 6 points.
The defense was gassed.
This is an unforgivable loss for
Unforgivable.
Brian
This season's over.
For Matt Nagy, for Bill Lazor. Sorry, it was your first your first performance as a play caller. Did nothing to inspire anything, but this offensive line is absolutely horrendous.
Awful.
And I'm sorry it has to start at the top and who assembled it, and that's Ryan Pace. Ryan Pace has to go. It's no question anymore. I do not want him in charge of a first-round pick for this organization. I don't want him in charge of another second-round pick. I don't want him in charge of another offseason of wheeling and dealing. They need to rebuild this offensive line. They're going to need another quarterback because
where do we go from here?
You blow it up.
No
dude.
quarterback.
You have to blow it up.
We're going to have to go back to Mitch once he's healthy. If we're not, we're going to have to go with Tyler Bray, who I don't even know
Nick
if he
Foles,
knew the plays.
based on the way he looked. Nick Foles getting carted off with that type of an injury, the way it looked, you cannot expect to see him the rest of the season. So you basically have Mitch Trubisky. Give Mitch
landing on his
Trubisky
side.
for another 6 games, and then it's blow this whole damn thing up.
That's if Mitch Trubisky's back in time. Like you said, we're lucky we have the extra week, so we'll kind of have to see what the update is on that. But yeah, Nick Foles most likely out for at least this. You think the season with the way that injury happened, it did not look good.
If you're remotely on social media, you're going to see the graphic from TV all over the place on Monday of the Bears, drive summary for the first 4 drives was punt, 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 punt.
Look at my
3 and out.
Look at my Twitter.
And 3 and out
on
all
TCF.
On all 4 of them. There you go. Follow Zach, you'll see it. And that is just you can't keep a coaching staff, let alone build around a coaching staff that is capable of a performance like that. And that's insanity. And it's not like the Vikings defense, some world-class, elite defense. They're good. They got some good players. But their best players are not on the team this year. Danielle Hunter's not there. And, they got great players that are not on the roster. And they absolutely mauled the Bears offense today. It was pathetic. It was absolutely pathetic. I mean, this is to the level when Jonathan Quinn was your fucking quarterback, Craig Krenzel's your quarterback. I mean, we're talking output of just pure, just pathetic
awful
performance by the coaching staff, by the quarterback, by the offensive line.
Awful.
And Nick Foles, you know what? We got what we could, and they took a chance. I wasn't a huge fan of the move. I wasn't banking on a lot, but
because
we know what we've got. We know what we've got.
He's loved, but he's really liked by the players. Liked.
And those are the kind of guys. Those are the kind of guys you pay a premium dollar to be a backup quarterback for your team, not $26 million to be your starter.
No,
that's the guy you want in a. What the Eagles had for when Carson Wentz was, their projected franchise quarterback.
It all sucks.
Know. It's just I'm at a loss.
I am too.
A month ago was 5-1.
You can't say anything about the defense. You can't say anything about the defense. Defense playing as good as it can. Gassed at the end of the game.
Roquan Smith, another great game, by the way, too. I want to shout that out because that guy was unreal again.
The only problem with that is it's a good Ryan Pace draft pick. That's the only thing that sucks about that.
Well, that's his only one.
Yeah. Pigway, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, like, you come into the game and the narratives were like, okay, so Cousins sucks on Monday night. Like, this is a spot that he's absolutely not succeeded in.
I mean, come on. He's like 0-10 on Monday night. We're like, oh, congratulations on your first win. It's been like 12 years in the league.
I'm like, those aren't. They're all independent of themselves, though. It's like it's not like some stupid trend. Like it's just like, okay, yeah, he sucks, but like whatever. So like against the Bears defense, like he struggled. That's not a secret. He struggled, but like the Bears offense, you knew that wasn't going to be very good either. So the only hope you had was to shift the play calling to laser, and that was, I mean, what the hell was that too?
It didn't look any different. Let's just say that.
That's what I really
hope.
Did anything seem different to any of you guys?
Cordero Patterson returned a kick for a touchdown. That was the only difference.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So I'm looking. So the Bears scored 13 points. They had 2 field goals and a kick return for a touchdown. Their offense had 149 total yards. So, like, I mean,
and how much of that was in the second half? I think they only had I want to say 38 yards in the second half, I believe.
I doubt it was more than that.
That sucks a lot.
Like the Vikings thing is cool. I mean, their defense isn't good.
But that was you just beat an awful team. Not even.
So you're awful.
You can't. The offense,
that's the thing.
The defense
is so good.
All you got to do
is
score. You just got to score. You score one time, you can beat this team because this offense cannot score a touchdown right now.
Yeah,
they can't score a touchdown.
The Vikings, like if you can, I mean, if they
don't get me wrong, the Bears
24 points, they're not going to win a game. So
the Bears play good defense in terms of holding you to a field goal. Like they'll clamp down inside the red zone and usually don't go with the big score. But if they get a couple field goals and a nice touchdown or two. The big catch from Adam Thielen, and all of a sudden you got 17 points, and this team ain't scoring 14 against anybody.
Dude, get some chunk plays on you get a 7-point drive, a 3-point drive, a 3-point drive. Like it's tough. It's tough for this.
It sucks.
I don't.
That's the definition. That's the motto for the night. It sucked. It just sucked. It sucked to watch. Everything sucked about tonight because nothing went right. A few things went right. Khalil Mack got an interception. He was getting after Kirk Cousins, and then guess what? Akeem Hicks gets hurt. Who knows when he'll be back? It looked like a bad. Was it hammy?
What was that? Do we know?
I think it was a hammy.
I don't know. I thought ankle. I thought they said ankle, but I could be wrong.
Maybe it was ankle. Either way, did not return. And that you just see, he's the Khalil Mack, amazing player. All amazing players, but without Akeem Hicks, that defense does not go. We've seen it last year, and we saw it this year.
Well, you saw Dalvin Cook's most production of the night was when
he was not in there.
Hicks was not on the field.
Yeah.
So it was pretty apparent.
Hey, and just like quickly thinking about it and kind of some of the notes I had kind of jotted down with Kirk Cousins anyway, like you guys all said, he is what he is. But I felt like in the way you guys talked about it was they're not trying to do like the big things. Like they're like even their touchdowns were small, 12, 15-yard plays at max. Like they're not trying to, shoot for the stars here. It's just like I don't know what to expect of the Vikings because, like we said, they started 1-5 and they've won 4 cents or something like that. So I don't know what to take out of the Vikings. If they can continue just to let Kirk Cousins do the little things, I don't know, man. They're hard to get a read on.
They want to run the ball, and everybody knows it. So
yeah.
It's like it's your job to stop it. And Cook had over 100. I think over 100 yards. It was over his prop. I know that it was 88.5 was his prop. So he had over 88.5.
Yeah, 96 rushing and 16 receiving.
Yeah, so they want to run the ball like to a fault. So if you can stop and you can get Cousins off of his first read, that's how you beat the Vikings. Yeah, because he's so reliant on his first read. You can see it all night. Like he would play action.
Or you just have an offense that can do anything.
Shit his pants.
Yeah,
an offense that can do anything. Anything.
It's got to be so frustrating to be a Bears defensive player right now.
Or fan.
No, yeah, obviously, but I'm just saying the guys on the field, like those guys on defense. I mean, you give up 19 points. You should win most NFL games. You give up 19 points.
Right.
That sucked.
I got
Bears.
I've said it a million times. I know it, but
something today.
But that was awful. I don't know what you say about that. Got a bye week. You don't have to watch them next week. And we're on to the Packers, I guess.
Great. That'll be fun.
Be awesome. Can't wait. Yeah. What else? What did you have to say, Pigway?
Is that in Green Bay or is it in Chicago?
That is
Not
in
sure.
Green Bay.
Fortunately for that vaunted Green Bay defense, they only get a worse offense than Jacksonville the following week.
Yeah, maybe the Bears will have a run. If the Bears can find a running back by then, you might have a chance.
They had a freaking wide receiver playing running back for tonight.
They got Cordero Patterson.
Why have Lamar Miller there if you're not going to use him as a running back?
Real quick, I'm going to sidetrack from how bad the Bears are. Equally as bad as that Monday Night Football booth. That booth is god-awful.
I like him.
I like Riddick, and that's it.
But he knows his shit, though. Like, he's the only one that knows
Riddick knows his shit. Levy's an idiot.
Levy,
at one point...
He won't say really the truth about the Bears, though.
No. Levy, at one point, he doesn't know football. At one point said an excellent 55-yard punt that resulted in a touchback. Like, come on, dude.
I miss
an
Booger.
Excellent punt. Booger's way better.
Oh, yeah.
If Greasy sucks too. Greasy was like,
Greasy sucks.
It's gonna be. Greasy said it at one point it was gonna be tough for the Vikings to come back in this environment. There's no fucking crowd of soldiers.
And there's no wind.
There's this ruckus environment along the way.
There's no fans.
The Bears were 2 of 11 on third downs.
Unbelievable.
We're gonna end it up. We'll end that segment. We're gonna end it on that.
Everyone tonight. Everyone.
Yep. Awful. Some good news. March Madness. We at least will know we'll have it.
That's throwing shit.
We got March Madness Bubble planned for 2021. It'll be all in one location. It's just nice to know that they have a plan in preparation for all of it, because we got college football early December.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's. I think they mentioned that they're going to try and do it like basically within the state of Indiana.
Yeah, one
Indianapolis being the
location.
hub, obviously, but
yeah, I mean, you can do it in Indianapolis just with the colleges they have there. They have the hotel structure downtown for conventions and everything. It's set up perfectly there for it.
Now, I saw a tweet that I think would be so sick, Matt. I think you'd like this too. But they showed some of the biggest high school basketball gyms in the country or in the state of Indiana, and everybody was like, "Oh, they should play some of these games there." The only problem is high school courts are 10 feet smaller than a college court. But that would be insanely cool to see it in some of those high school stadiums.
I would bet they could adjust it a little bit in a way to make.
The problem is, like a lot of the big ones have the hoops anchored into the floor already. They're built into the floor. That's the issue in a lot.
Some of those gyms have just the literally right out of Hoosiers, the setup, the high bleachers with the wall along the court. Give me that gym all day, every day for a basketball game.
Yes,
it's awesome. I love it.
I mean, even if you just use the whole state of Indiana, you've got Purdue, Notre Dame, Indiana, IPFW,
Butler's right there. Butler's in Indianapolis, IUPUI, like you said.
Indiana State's got a nice big arena, so.
But even within this, you've got an NBA stadium there too.
That's true.
You know, in addition to the dome, so I mean, you could feasibly get two games going at one time in the dome, and simultaneously. You know, that's an easy setup right there. You almost have a field house vibe to it.
That's true.
That's where it'd be. Let's get a like an old summer circuit field house vibe to it. That'd be really
cool. I'm all in on. Now we just got to get through the season. Like let's everybody be safe. Everybody take care of yourselves. Yes. Be smart with this.
Let's
get through the season because now there is a light.
There's a plan
let's
at the end of the
stay
season
indoors for like 3 weeks. Let's bundle up. Let's watch football for 3 weeks. Only athletes can leave their houses, and that's it. And then we can still watch sports. Everybody stays at home, and then we win. Because if they don't have it, they're not going to get it if no one else is out there. So, you know, boom. We just solved it right here.
There we have Maddie's just saving the world here.
Maddie Solutions.
Yeah. That's a hell of a solution. Stay inside, watch football, don't leave your house. I like it. I like it a lot.
That's basically what I've done for the last 3 months, so.
CP3 has been traded to the Phoenix Suns in like a 4-player.
Another big deal just happened too.
Yeah, Drew Holiday got traded to the
Bucks
for George Hill, Eric Bledsoe, and a first-round pick.
Wow!
Oh, 3 first-round picks. 3 first-round picks.
Covington was just dealt to the Blazers too for 2 first-rounders.
And Trevor
Ariza.
I have a question. Is Drew Holiday that good?
No, not for 3 first-rounders.
No, not anymore. That's insanity.
And George Hill and Eric Bledsoe.
That's a huge price.
I don't care where the first-rounders are. Doesn't matter.
Wow.
That had to have been Giannis saying the only way I'm going to stay is if you get a guy like Drew Holiday.
That's
right.
All they get.
Only way that trade was made.
Yeah, I don't get that move. I don't get that move at all.
Breaking news. Wow.
Who does Holiday replace on that Bucks team?
Did Bledsoe start for him?
I think so.
Dude, what I want to know is who the Warriors are going to take. And I know you guys are going to preview the draft tomorrow, but I need a preview. I need one pick on who the Warriors are going to take.
Warriors are going to trade that pick.
Yeah, probably.
It's going to go LaMelo 1, Wiseman 2.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
So you know,
there you go.
You
Boomy
can
knows
bet
all.
on the NBA Superfecta, like the draft.
Oh, nice.
So let's.
That'd be sweet.
Let's smart, like you can bet like who's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So kind of think about that.
I think we got a show pod idea right there, boys.
I don't hate this. I'll have to see if I can find that on the book.
I think we got a show pod, boys.
I like it.
If we can find it, I'll look. I got a couple books that we can find it. Let's try to figure out a superfecta for tomorrow night.
I've got all the legal ones in Illinois. I'll see if anyone's got it.
That is crazy.
I got the as well.
The big deal though that Zach had brought up sent Chris Paul and actually a guy I know, Abdul Nader, who went to NIU for the first 2 or 3 years his college career. So Chris Paul and Abdul Nader to the Suns for Kelly Oubre, Ricky Rubio, Ty Jerome, Jalen Lawak, and a 2022 first-round pick. That's kind of the big one so far. Yeah, and then Dennis Schroeder yesterday got traded to the Lakers for Danny Green and this year's first-round pick. So NBA free agency / trade period is rolling, like you said. Drew Holiday also getting dealt. So it'll be interesting to see with the draft coming up tomorrow what the draft or the trades that are going to happen today and early tomorrow morning are going to be, because this is moving so fast. But Chris Paul moving over to help out, be Devin Booker's point guard as well as DeAndre Ayton. It'll be interesting to see what the Phoenix Suns can do after coming off a huge bubble showing.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And like you said, tomorrow me and Boomy will be previewing the NBA draft. The Bulls have the 4th pick.
Real quick, I saw something on Twitter I wanted to throw out to you guys. If you were Arturas Karnisovas, would you trade Zach LaVine, the 4th pick, and Kobe White for James Harden?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
I'd consider it.
I don't think that he
I don't think I
would
would.
come here.
I think you get it for a season, you're not going to be good enough to win.
45 a game, and he'll just, whatever.
He'll get you to the playoffs, but he ain't going to get you.
He just turned down a $50 million a year deal.
$50 million.
And I mean, he's better than all those guys, obviously.
Right.
You'll be the Rockets. It's not enough.
Exactly. Right. He'll get you to the playoffs. You'll lose, 4 games to 1 or 4 games to 2 in the Eastern Conference, and we'll complain that he never plays defense, and that's a lot. Kobe White and the number 4. I mean, that's 2 first-round draft picks off the top for a guy who's probably closer to the end of his career than the beginning. So
the only thing about that, real quick, is that I do think he'd be a good fit with Wendell Carter and Markman.
Yes, I do agree.
Because like this deal is like you're just slightly better than what you are, but you still suck. So it
sucks.
Like you're not going anywhere with that deal.
Mm-hmm. Right. I agree.
If you want to build this up the way you should, you need to add pieces, and getting rid of 3 big pieces for 1 is that math just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Well, and frankly, we've seen the last few years you can get a franchise player at the 4th pick too. So let's just not blow it.
Exactly.
Speaking of pieces, you guys see like what the Thunder have coming up for the next like?
Oh my God.
14 first-round picks.
Oh shit!
16 first-round draft picks before 2028.
That's insane.
That's
bananas.
But they're gonna have nobody on their team.
Bananas.
Yeah, they're gonna be playing a bunch of G League guys. For the next couple years, anyway.
But Boomy, to wrap up the show, do you got a wacky web story for us?
Yeah, and I know it's been kind of a sad show for a couple of us, and I don't mean to bring the morale down even more. But guys, the end is near, and we've talked about this before.
I don't want
robots.
Wait. I don't want to bring down.
Just let me get to the story.
I want to bring it down. But the end is near.
Yeah, the end is near. The robots are taking over, and it's going to begin in 2021. The Air Force at Tyndall Air Force Base in Panama City Beach, Florida, is going to begin using robot dogs as security guards on their base. Terrifying. They're going to have 4 robot dogs that cost about $100,000 a piece. They will be equipped, weatherproof. They're unmanned patrolling drones that have 2-way communication abilities and high-tech sensors. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to look back on this in 10, 15 years and be like, yep, this is, kind of where it all began. So hopefully it doesn't, but I'm not holding my breath. I don't trust robot dogs.
Honestly, after the Bears game, I don't care.
Just end it, robot dogs.
Zach would adopt a robot dog if he could right now. Just be like, come on, hang out.
Yeah.
What's the score of the Bengals Steelers game?
That would be kind of cool. You could ask the robot. It'd be like an Alexa with legs.
Yeah.
I got a backyard.
Alexa, order me some marshallones.
Yeah.
Right.
Alexa, find me a new
Alexa
GM.
just went off. Whoops.
Wow, I just triggered mine.
GM.
There goes mine right now. I just said,
Sorry,
Alexa,
it's
find
on
me a
me,
new
gang.
GM. Mine just triggered.
You're gonna wake up tomorrow morning, new GM.
Please on my door.
What did Alexa say?
Oh, you really did.
Yeah, mine's going off upstairs too. Whoops.
Choose this or another option in your Amazon cart to purchase this
Man.
Alexa, stop.
Alexa, just
sorry
like you're
about
the
that,
one who
boys.
said it.
Man, shit almost bought me something. It was in my house. She's like, yeah, I'll put it in your cart right now.
That's
Amazon.com.
Matt's buying stuff live on the
We
show.
just got another Echo Show, like the little video.
Yep, that's what I got.
So we got one of those and a dot. So we're on edge around the house because you say too many things, she'll pick up on it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna end up with packages at your house that you didn't think you ordered.
No, I don't. Yeah.
All right, boys. That was fun. Fun talking about a great night, great game, Monday Night Football. Bears don't play next week, so that's good. Bears 5-5, started off 5-1. You know what that means? 4 straight losses. That sucks a lot. Quarterback got hurt tonight. Our other quarterback's hurt. We don't know if I think he'll be back for the Green Bay game. We're gonna beat the Packers. That's all I know now. Matt, anything about the Bears?
No. Fire everyone. Clear them all out.
Pigway, Vikings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fine.
I wouldn't feel good about that either. Boomy,
They're
I
fine.
don't care about the Packers.
It's all right. I won this week in the NFL picks again, so
I got
I'm
a
still.
post show now.
We don't care. That doesn't even matter.
Hey, you asked if I had anything, and that's what.
No, I
had.
did not ask if you had anything. I literally
Well, I was
said
gonna interject
nothing.
anyway, so.
I said, Boomy, don't care about
He
you.
is an asshole. So it'll just,
Oh, yeah.
Zach, cut his mic.
If I did, I'd cut all your mics. So if you're willing to go down with the ship, but if you want to follow me, it's at Z.
hey, wait, I gotta.
What?
Can we hug, please? Like
Yeah.
collective, because we need to get on the same page in our parlay picks because we suck. We gotta come on now.
Not been good.
We gotta all rally together. Our parlay picks. We're going 2-2. We're going 3-1. We're this close to hitting the parlay. But Boomy and Matt got some goofy juju going on right now. You know, Zach's pissed at me because I'm wearing a Vikings jersey tonight because they beat the Bears. Like, we got to get some good juju going for this week's parlay.
Boomy's only bad juju is his face right now.
Well, I mean, look at that mustache. Like,
What?
That was a good one.
It's incredible.
That was a good one.
So, everybody, let's
Boom,
get a virtual
roasted.
group hug. Let's get on the same page. Let's hit this parlay this week, and let's win some money.
Fine. We're gonna win the parlay this week, but I still don't like Boomy's face.
That's fine.
You know how
we'll
selfish Boomy is? He'd rather his picks be right than the parlay hit.
When did I ever say that?
You definitely would.
You're an idiot.
You definitely would.
You're an
I-
idiot.
Coming in this week, I'm
concur.
3-0 on the picks,
Oh.
and then I
Matt, am I not wrong?
Broncos.
I agree with Zach.
Yeah,
You're
thank you.
both idiots.
Yeah, we're both right. All right. I'm Zach.
Squash the
Williams.
beef. Let's get the parlay. Let's win this week.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hands in. Earth, wind,
There we
fire,
go.
water.
Put them on there. Ready, break.
I'm Zach Lilia at Z Lilia TCF. I've been joined by the crew tonight. Matt Schoolfield at schools_01. Pigoy at TCF Pigoy. Boomy at Boomy TCF. Main pages at typical_Chicago. Instagram, Facebook. Just type in Typical Chicago Fans. Follow us on their YouTube page. Subscribe to the YouTube page, Typical Chicago Fans. All the morning shows, podcasts, interviews, food reviews, all on there. And then wherever you get your podcast from, if it's Apple, please subscribe, rate, and review to Typical Chicago Fans. Give us that 5-star rating. If it's anywhere else, just type in Typical Chicago Fans. You will find us on there. Shout out to 26shirts.com Chicago. If you want a shirt like Boomy's, just go over to 26shirts.com Chicago. Get some shirts, a hat, maybe some flags, And then if you want to use the promo code Typical Chicago Fans at checkout for 15% off of your purchase. Again, that is Typical Chicago Fans at checkout for 15% off of your purchase at 26shirts.com. Chicago. Anything else, boys?
Let's have a Tuesday.
Do it.
Yeah, let's have a Tuesday. I bet you Chicago Sports Radio is awesome today. It's gonna be a great listen.
Fire up. Get the hot take machine going, baby.
Oh yeah.
Bill from Cicero is gonna be coming in hot at about 6:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Brady's not that bad.
Yeah, just give me this Bray guy. He's a good pizza kid. He likes it all. He likes the tavern style. I gotta give it to him.
That will put a smile on my face, Matt. That will put a smile on my face to end the show. This has been the TCF Morning Show, Tuesday, November 17th. We love you all.
Peace.